Because I never know. I can't see. Oh, wait, it says I'm live. It says I'm live. All right, we're live. Okay, it is Friday, May 23rd, 2025. I am wearing my Star Wars shirt because this week we just stepped into we stepped into the future, man. Like, it is crazy how much stuff dropped this week. Arvin, I hope you're ready for this insanity that we're going to be experiencing. But of course, I got to start with robots.
Why am I not surprised? You have to start with robots. Why?
Why? Because remember I told you that there was going to be like this big freaking robot fight, right? UFC. Well, it's happening in 2 days. In 2 days, they are
Oh, see that again?
streaming.
There's a robot fight?
Yes, look at this.
Wait,
This is
in
like
UFC, in UFC, they're gonna
it's
be.
not it's not going to be UFC. It's somewhere in China, and these are the
Oh,
dudes that are going to be fighting. Okay, so I say UFC because UFC
it's like
should.
that movie that had those two, that the kid and who's this guy? Wolverine was controlling the robot to fight. I forgot what that movie is. Fuck, I always
Uh,
forget what those
yeah,
movies are.
yeah. This guy got murked. So yeah, so they're gonna be wearing headgear and all that stuff. Oh, are you seeing this? Hang on, I messed up because I'm so new at this streaming thing. Hang on. Here we go.
Man, that's weak. They had better robots in Hollywood when they were filming that movie.
Hey, come on.
Is in the final preparations for the world's first robot box.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I would pay money. We're gonna be paying money soon. So this is happening this Sunday. I don't have any supposedly this Sunday. I don't have any details as far as where we can watch it. But the world's first robot boxing match. It's gonna be insane. I'm just gonna show you some little previews here. They're gonna be playing soccer as well eventually, but yeah. So get ready, people, because the robots are coming for everything.
No, I don't think that. I don't think I'm not gonna pay money to watch two stupid robots box and play soccer. Like hell no, I'm not gonna pay money for that. I mean, I'll pay $5. But I ain't gonna pay $100 for a ticket to watch.
Oh, not 100, but come on, you pay $5, right? Microtransaction. Yeah,
$5 if $5 if I'm bored. $5 if I wanna just I got time to kill.
I'd pay.
$5.
I'd pay $3, like renting a movie like back in the day. $3.
But then, I don't think that will. This robots fighting, them helping you in your home and your office is that I'll pay top dollar for. But for
Well,
fight,
that leads me to the perfect segue, Mr. Abaka,
okay.
to this Tesla Optimus. See if the thing wants to play. I got a streaming issue apparently here. Let's go. Play. Let me refresh this tab. Technical issues.
Optimus, what's this? Tesla has its own robot now.
Tesla has its own robot and it's slated to be. Where's the freaking video? Is this the video? That ain't the one I want to see, man. What's up? Technology, bro. Technology is great, but it also kind of sucks. Well, the video I was going to show you shows this Tesla robot taking out the trash, cleaning what. Well, here's the still images. It takes out the trash. It'll clean up your countertops. It'll fold things. It'll even cook. And I can't believe that this video is not. Oh wait. Might be here. I'm not just dancing all day. Okay, let's see. Let's see if this works.
Let's go to Twitter.
Are you seeing it?
No, but no, I'm missing the same screen that you're looking at.
Now you're seeing it.
Now, yes, I am. Yes, you gotta feel the sound.
Freaking, hang on a second. Sound.
You gotta feel the sound because there you go.
There we go. Copyright strikes. All right, so there we go. So this guy is doing exactly what you asked for probably 3 weeks ago. You want a robot to clean your house, fold your laundry. It's a little slow, right? But they're just getting started with this. Tear a paper towel from the roll. It's cooking.
Get the hell out of here! All right, they better cook my dish. All right, not just some veggie like stir fried vegetables.
Yeah, we need some. What's a typical Filipino dish?
Oh, easy adobo.
Adobo, chicken. Yes, that's good stuff. So yeah, I'm sure you'll be able to program it. Like, cook me my adobo, cook me my sushi, cook me my hamburger, whatever.
What does it mean by single neural net? What does that mean?
I don't know, man. That's too
You
complicated.
were
for
learned
my-
from human videos. They were.
Yeah, so it's got vision and it learns. God, this is crazy. Arvin, this is crazy. We've already got robots, man. We've already got robots. I told you it was going to come at the end of the year, and maybe by Christmas we'll each have our own robot. Will you buy me a robot for Christmas, Arvin?
Will you get me a robot for Christmas? How about I'll give you a gift card so you can buy your own robot. How about that? I'll give you a gift card from which is Tesla.
Yeah. Insane. All right, so I'm not gonna beat that to death, but I do want to keep. It would be interesting to go back and look at these videos and see the predictions and see like where we started with just a stupid robot that was getting kicked. Remember, like that kicked robot, and now the robots are cooking like wild in like a month.
Okay. Let's see. You're still out. They're just turning. They're just using the ladle, turning. That's not cooking. I can do that too. It ain't cooking either.
Okay. I'm not even going to debate that. I'm just going to say
let's put a lid on that first for now.
Let's move on. All right, here's something interesting. And again, I'm trying not to go to too many topics, but this blew my mind because I keep saying to people, and I sound like a broken record, but you must be AI first. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur,
yeah.
You're anything, you must be AI first, because if not, you're going to get left behind. And this includes a field which people previously said is immune to the whole AI takeover. But check this out. There was a paper, and I probably close it because I'm a dum-dum. But basically, they tested OpenAI against doctors, and OpenAI's Model 01 outperformed human doctors by a landslide. Right?
On what metric, though? When you say outperform, in what metric?
It was a complicated paper that I had ready here, but I shut it because I'm trying to limit things. In whatever those metrics were, they beat human doctors. Okay, so segueing into that, it's technical, and I'm not a doctor, so I couldn't even explain this rationally. But I will explain this rationally. This Chinese startup trials first AI doctor clinic in Saudi Arabia. Okay. So what is this? The world's first clinic in Saudi Arabia where AI diagnoses patients, which is a key step in replacing human doctors as a first line of medical treatment. Now, let's take a look at this. What does a doctor mostly do? A doctor evaluates a patient. So he looks at data, right? Compares it to his training data or her training data, and evaluates data and figures out this is the probable underlying cause for these symptoms, right? It's just data. So a robot should be able to do this. A computer should be able to do this, right? The empathy part, the caring part, the human part, obviously, I don't think that's going to be replaced yet. But data and evaluating data, this is proof that we're already there. So what happens?
Hold on. Okay. When you say data, so which means who's giving the data to that AI doctor? Me, right? The patient?
The patient. Plus, I'm sure they measure, because they're still being supervised, right? They're not just saying, hey, go type in your symptoms to a tablet. There's a doctor behind the scenes evaluating it, because this is in a beta, right? It's being tested. So the patient comes in, there's some kind of intake happening, and that data then gets evaluated. It's kind of like
sometimes those intake sheet, the patients don't properly even describe them. Like you don't know what your ailment is. Like they'll ask you, is it painful here, on your left side? But you say, oh no, not really, but it's somewhere like there. I mean, it's hard to even describe your illness or your ailment when you go to the doctor. You just say, "I'm not feeling well." You focus on the main things like I feel lethargic, but they'll ask more questions about that, right? What do you mean by you feel lethargic? Is it this one? Like I don't know. Like, are you waking up in the morning, early in the morning? Like, think it's I don't know, because I've been to a doctor. I always have a hard time explaining what's wrong with me and and sometimes the doctor will have to guess. They'll
Right.
guess this one, then maybe you're having this one, right? So will the AI do that as well?
Well, reading here, it says when patients come to the clinic, they describe their symptoms via a tablet to an AI doctor named Dr. Hua.
Mm-hmm.
AI follows up with more questions and analyzes data and images taken with the help of human assistants. Okay, so there's searches or some kind of human interaction,
Right.
such as cardiograms and x-rays, so the traditional diagnostic tools. Once the consultation is over, Dr. Hua provides a treatment plan, which is reviewed and signed off by a traditional human doctor without seeing the patients. So the human doctors are also on hand to deal with emergencies that AI can't handle. So it's kind of a hybrid, obviously. It's new, and I wouldn't just trust going to a clinic and having just a bunch of
Yeah,
robots.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna go there. Shoot. All right.
But, and this is why I wanted to bring this up. The technology had an error rate of less than 0.3% during testing. Okay, and this was backed up by the other paper. So what I failed to note was what's the average error rate of a human to compare, right? But still, less than 0.3% is pretty good error rate. That's
Yeah,
a
but
pretty
if you're a medical practice, you have your own clinic. Like, what are you? So you still have human doctors because they can't handle 911 emergencies or anything that happens in the clinic.
a broken bone or like somebody
Broken
goes
bone, right?
shock.
But you have this AI doctor. So, but what does this do though? Like, how does it actually? Well, so how does it actually help the business or the clinic or the practice? Does it
Imagine how many patients. Imagine how many patients you could see per hour. You could light them up. You have 30 tablets. They all put their thing in, and it's an assembly line. Right now, medicine is an assembly line. If you go to a doctor, I'm sorry, but it's like, next, come in. What is your problem? Blah, blah, blah. Here's your prescription. Get out of here. Next, like medicine, in my view, has never been as like fantastic. Oh, son, I'm going to take care of your health. Let's examine your nutrition. Let's examine your what. It's like, no, you got inflammation in your foot. Here's an anti-inflammatory, and I get the hell out because I got 30 more patients. So for right, I'm being real. So in practice, you can now see a ton more people, service a lot more people, give them an accurate diagnosis as opposed to your bias, and you still have that supervision. You still, as a doctor, are empowered, or as a nurse or a nurse practitioner, you're still empowered at this moment, anyways, to oversee that treatment and make sure that things jive. I like data driven. I like science. I like facts, and I prefer something that has all the data in the world. Like, imagine this thing has all the data in the world on medicine, as opposed to a doctor who might have forgotten half of what he learned.
I think to address that issue of yours, where you said the medicine, when you go to a clinic, it's like an assembly line. That's true, but I think that's also why, I guess, outside of this AI that we have that you're talking about, most doctors now are pivoting to concierge service, where you're paying a flat fee, and they actually spend more time with you. And I believe there's also what do you call this, shared health plans between in a church, like in a church community. There's a shared health plan, and they all pay. So and they get a different level of service compared to, like, if you're going to your regular health insurance plans that's out there. That has been.
Okay.
So I think that's
so in other words, we have the ability to despite the AI innovation, and we've talked about this before, that human touch, that human experience, that concierge white glove service.
Glove, yeah, that's happening now, and I'm seeing it more and more. Not only here in LA, but also in other areas like Texas, Ohio, Chicago, places where you think that this type of service is not feasible because it's a little bit expensive. But if you look at it, like shoot, people will pay top dollar for a, an actual consultation with a doctor.
Okay, so a business could then have two practices. It could it could have that fast flow part, almost like a what do you call that? Like an urgent care, right? Like quickly give you your prescription, you're quickly diagnosed, and then for the higher level, like first, like an airplane, you have the first class.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you're right.
Interesting. Okay, all right. So, Arvin has made the point that humans are still not to be replaced in healthcare.
Nah, not for healthcare. I don't see that happening anytime soon. They'll help probably take your vitals or your info, but that's as far as it will go.
All right. So let's move on. We have Google dropping bombs this week. So many bombs that I have notes. Okay. The first thing, and this might not apply to everyone, but I am a content creator. I do live in Hollywood, well, in LA. I have made films. I've made tons of videos.
Superstar over here.
Well, I haven't ever made the millions that a superstar makes with content. So this is very important to me, and it has applications in business because I want you to watch this commercial. Google, okay. Let me give you a little bit of context. Google released a lot of stuff this week that we're going to get into, but one of the most important things is called the VO3, which is a video generation model, which is extremely.
What do you call it?
VO3, VEO3. VO2 was a former model, and I use that. I use it all the time, and it's good. But this changes the game because it combines the video, hyper-realistic video, with lip syncing and background music, background sounds. So it does everything. It literally replaces a Hollywood film set, a Hollywood production company. And if you are in Hollywood, I've said this before. This is one of those I told you so moments, right? And I got attacked for it big time. People like hate me for this, and I was like, if you're an animation, if you're a filmmaker, like not the story guy, not the director really, but if you're like a gaffer, if you're a lighting dude, electrician, and your livelihood depends on this, you've got to do something else. Honestly, you've got to find something else because this guy used to shoot $500,000 pharmaceutical commercials. Are you seeing the screen?
No, I'm just seeing you talk.
Man, I talk a lot. Hang on a second. Blah, blah, blah. I have to keep asking you that because I keep forgetting to freaking share this.
You didn't say, I'm going to show this to you right now. You didn't prompt. Like, okay, so I'm like, okay, am I waiting for something to come up? So forgive me. This is not scripted like we were supposed to be prompted. All right, let's go back here.
All right. This guy, I used to shoot $500K pharmaceutical commercials. I made this for $500. What percentage is it? Like 0.1%, something like that. So from $500K to $500, and this is a spoof. This is a proof of concept that he made. But let's watch this, okay? This is totally AI made in a couple of days with prompts. The stuff that you see me doing all the time, just like prompting and making videos. Check this out. But this is not a real commercial. This is a proof of concept. Check this out. And I think I have the audio on, and I shouldn't be copywritten. I hope not. Let's see.
Depression directly, but we found that I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Puppermin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep.
I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling. My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair, but I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon. But he saved my life.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep. Just like my first husband.
Pupramine. For when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
Okay.
I tried.
All right.
All right. So, okay, hold on. So, you okay? Go ahead, say something.
All right. Having worked on sets before, having been part of productions before, each one of these shots is hours of work. And it involves a crew of probably 30 to 50 people. Massive coordination, insurance, unions, contracts. It is a huge operation. It is a huge industry. Well, it was a huge industry. And what I'm trying to say is that that industry is now really gone. And it happened this week. Like, we just literally saw the demolition of an entire industry. And not only that, but it's now empowering businesses everywhere. It's democratizing now the creation of media for marketing purposes, for branding, for whatever. And this is big, and it's not being emphasized enough. And I think people still don't really realize how big this is. This is incredible. Just from a standpoint of the amount of resources and time that you will save. Now, if you want to create a video of yourself speaking, an explainer video, for example, something that would have taken you a few $1,000s at least and weeks of planning, you can do it probably in half an hour.
Okay. Well, okay, hold on.
Think about that.
So you're telling me this one puts everybody in Hollywood, like the lighting guy, the set guy, or the decoration dude,
cameraman
out of business because of VEO3.
Correct.
Okay, so my first question there is, you're telling me this entire ad or video was created only under VEO3, or there's no other, like sometimes it's like we're talking about the tip of the iceberg, but the iceberg is much bigger below it. So people say, yeah, I did it through AI. But then you say, yeah, I did with VEO3, but then are you sure that's the only thing that they use? There's no other plugins to this, plug-in to that, into Adobe, Photoshop, and then it's the same thing. You're just taking their jobs to someone that's an Adobe expert or a Photoshop expert, but then it's not really. That's why I find it a little bit. I wouldn't say misleading. What do you call this? I'm skeptical when people say I did this all on AI by myself.
All right. Well, he explains it. So he says this was made entirely in VEO3.
Text to video. So that's what he said.
That's what he says. And he says, here's my prompts, right? So he's going through the process. The prompt for the opening shot, which was that woman who was kind of crying, muted color, somber muted lighting, a woman, Sarah, sits on a couch in cluttered living room. She speaks, melancholic, slightly trembling voice. I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked. Okay. So then he worked with Grok ChatGPT on the rest of the script.
There you go again. I hear Grok.
Arvin does not know what Grok is.
So there you go. So he used. I then worked with Grok Chat on the rest of the script.
So I wrote most of it, but it helps me come up with the ideas. So then, once the script was done, he had it create a shot list based on that structure, and he had 13 shots, 5 to 10 generations per shot to get right, about $500 in credits. Because
what do you mean by? Oh, hold on. What do you mean by $500? What does that mean?
So, there's a cost to these generations, right? You can subscribe to the $250 new plan that they have, and I'm not sure what you get because I haven't subscribed to it. I don't know how many generations, but apparently this guy didn't subscribed to that plan, he just paid for each shot. That's
So
what
again,
I'm.
is this shot on VO3 or on another platform?
No, this is all VO3. So 13 shots. Okay, shots, right? Basically 13 generations. But there's 5 to 10 generations to get each shot correct. That's
Right.
something that you do when you with any LLM. You got to prompt it. It kind of gives you garbage. You do it again. You adjust things. So okay, $500 in credit, and he's gonna provide another breakdown, right? Because he's promoting, I guess, his service. But $500. It doesn't say how long it took him.
Did it say also, because I'm looking at VO3 right now, it has different, there's Gemini, there's 2.0, there's 2.5. Which one did he use?
It's just VO3. You're describing other parts of the Gemini ecosystem. VO3.
VO3.
VO3 is the premium video model.
The one try and flow, that one?
Yep. Yep, you can try it in Flow. Flow is actually part of the $20 plan. So if you have the $20 plan, like I do, you have Flow. If you pay for the $250 plan, you get more credits, I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna see if I can debunk that idea. I'm gonna do this on my own. Okay, so I'm gonna do this all on VO3.
You're gonna pay for VO3?
I'm gonna pay for how much is $20?
No, it's $250
for 1 month or for the entire year.
For 1 month.
All right.
But they got a special. They got a special for I think it's $150 or $125 for the first 3 months.
Okay.
If you get it,
I'm gonna need more time.
I'm gonna be on over your shoulder looking at this. All right. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah. All right, you're gonna send me the link. Or hold on, you're gonna send me the link. If I'm looking at the right one, then I'll do this and let's see what this fool can make. Okay. I'm serious. Because I want to know, like, because if they say if I can do all of this, and you know where my knowledge level is on AI, it's down here. Right?
It's getting there.
Right?
No,
so I will be the first one to like where his post. I like his post. Like, brother, I believe you now. I was a skeptic before. I was a huge critic, but now I agree with you. Okay.
So before we move on, just a couple of more examples.
Welcome to a non-existent car show. Let's see some opinions.
I mean, man, the acceleration is crazy. You look far, step.
Also VO3. Here's another one.
Okay, so Riz is basically short for charisma.
Got it.
And that's a verb as well.
Also VO3, not real. Here's another one.
Move with AI that makes haters go crazy every time.
Oh, y'all gotta give them that. This is wild. It's over. We are cooked on that thread. You get me?
So that chick is AI too?
Yes.
Damn, that looked real.
So I went to the zoo the other day, and all they had was one dog. It was a Shih Tzu.
Okay, so now ethically, we're gonna have to figure out a way to make sure that this is all identified, man. Because we do have to have some kind of a safeguard about this is AI, this is not AI.
Okay, so question now for you: if that's if that's the case, like this is replacing all this stuff. Assuming I'm not there yet. I'm assuming that's can all be done on one platform, because one thing I hate is going to other platform.
Well, you will need the idea, right? And you might need help with the prompting. That's where ChatGPT might help you. You might be like, I want to make a video using VO3. Here's my idea. Give me the prompts, and then you copy and paste. It might be something like that.
Okay. Okay. All right. If it's that simple, going on ChatGPT or Grok, according to what I just learned 2 days ago. So the question really now is, where's the skill set moving? So because this guy is obviously a script writer or a screenwriter. So
yeah, he was probably a producer or director.
So he knows what he wants to see.
Yep.
He knows like what I need to see, what emotions I need to evoke, and maybe the right words. So the skill set is still going to be needed in writing the script. So you still need a human being.
You still need the story. You still need the mind. The storyteller is not going away. It'll never go away. Just like salespeople will never go away fully.
Oh, hell no.
We'll switch to selling in a different style, different products. You know,
It's
what I'm
still
saying?
it's just musical chairs. You're moving to another chair, and
Exactly.
it's still the same.
All right, so let's go now explore the rest of what Google did, because this is more practical, less pie in the sky. Although this is pretty practical. I mean, be able to create content, Hollywood level content, $250 a month is a game changer. I'm sorry. I'm so tempted to just pull the trigger and buy it, but I'm like, my issue, I'm going to tell you right now, Arvin, is that it censors me too much because I deal with a teen brand, and it's very, very careful, which is okay, but it limits my use of it because I can't generate influencers the way I want. It's restricting me. So until it's like a little bit looser, I'm going to hold off on buying it. But I'm so
Well,
close.
hold on. Why is it against? Why you?
It has safety things because obviously people who are nuts will try to exploit this and generate content which is harmful. Porn and
hate speeches,
violence, like ultra violence, deep fakes and stuff like that. So they've built in safeguards so that you can't do that, but it tends to be a little bit too strict. So it's limited my case. Like, for example, I try to do a scene where I had a young female who had a nosebleed, simple nosebleed, and it wouldn't let me do it. So I had to say, instead of a nosebleed, I had to say green slime pours out of her nose. So it generated the green slime, and then I took it into Adobe Premiere Pro and I changed the color to red to look like blood. So there's little workarounds, but until the thing is less restrictive, I'm going to hold off. Also, now that this has dropped, who knows what OpenAI is going to do? Who knows what Meta is going to come up with? Who knows what a smaller open source company is going to come up with, copying VO3, and it might be cheaper. So I'm waiting. Anyway.
All right, you wait. I'm gonna test this out.
All right,
myself. I'm gonna create a commercial. Like, let me see, what commercial will I make? Maybe in a car dealership.
I'll help you. I'll definitely help you.
Are you allowed to put your face there?
Yes. Yes.
What if they use my likeness and image to other freaking AIs, and I didn't approve of that?
That's a problem that we're currently having to examine as a society, because people have done it forever. It's not like it's new. Before AI, people were making deep fakes with like Premiere and Photoshop, and
that's true.
So it's just
that's true.
Yeah. All right. So here's the big thing that I want every business owner to dive into. Google has released a bunch of stuff this week, and a lot of it is absolutely free. And this is where you access it. It is aistudio.google.com. Okay? aistudio.google.com. Absolutely free. Google is murdering the game right now. And let me show you.
They have their own chat GPT now?
Yeah. I mean, you have limits. Like, it won't. I paid a $20 thing, so I have more use. I have the AI Pro thing, so I have a little bit more use on some of these tools. But for most people, this is going to be more than enough, and it's free. So it's like, it is like a chat GPT for free that has a lot of features that the other tools don't have.
So what is this for? This is a chat prompt. That's what it is. I mean,
what's a prompt? Okay, so the chat prompt, like ChatGPT. It's a chat bot.
Okay, I got it. Okay, I see it. I pulled up one right now. So why does it have a token count? What's that 1,048 on the upper right?
Where are you looking at?
On your screen.
Oh, just hit the X. That shows you how. Okay, token count is the length. Basically, a token is a piece of a word. Okay, if you want to simplify it in your head, just say a token is about one word is about a little bit over a token. So let's just round it off to you have 1 million words in your context window. So that means that this conversation right here that you're having with this LLM can be up to 1 million words back and forth between what the ChatGPT or Gemini is saying to you and your responses. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what that does is it gives memory. So you can be typing and having a conversation, and it'll remember higher up in the conversation and be able to use that information. So you want a higher token count for your LLMs. It used to be only about 4,000 tokens, which is about a page worth of text, which is nothing. So this is 1,000,000 tokens. I don't know what the actual count is, but it's about 750,000 words, which is a couple of books worth, I think. It's a lot of words. The rest of the stuff, don't really worry about it. I'm actually going to click this X and just hide that, so we don't get it. Okay. Now, what does this AI Studio have? It's got the regular chat thing. So whatever you want to ask me something you want to know, or some kind of ChatGPT kind of question. What do you want to figure out?
It's VO3 for real.
It's VO3.
I know. What are the weaknesses? What are the weaknesses of VO3?
What are the weaknesses of VO3?
It better not be biased.
I'm sure it'll be biased. It's the Google product. All right, so let's see.
Don't tell me none.
No, it's cost. Okay, it's looking at it's being pretty fair. Costs, yes. AI imperfections, video quality, audio quality. Okay. What the hell? Battery life? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Why is there battery life? I thought this is in the cloud. Battery life?
It's talking about a VO Cam 3. Okay, this is the problem.
Okay.
This is the problem with prompt engineering and prompting. I have to be more specific.
Well, you said VO3. You didn't say VO Cam.
I know, but probably VO3 is a older camera model that came out.
There's
more information.
Chat,
let's prompt this. I want to evaluate, and I actually released something on my for subscribers only on Instagram. So you have access to Arvin. A prompt structure, and I'm just going to go through it. I'm going to use it right now, but if you want to know the actual structure, subscribe to my Instagram and you'll find it there. I want to evaluate the weaknesses of VO3 as revealed at Google I/O this week. It's a new model, new video gen model, but it's unknown to me, and I want your opinion unbiased. Please write a quick report. Do not confuse this with camera hardware. I want the Google Video Gen AI service to be discussed. And that's it. Run. Let's see if this structure gives us a correct answer.
See, that's because you know what? Because you've been working on AI. That's why you were able to it's a new video gen model. But the regular Jane, they don't know it's a regular. I just want to know, okay, what's VO3 like? Okay,
Yeah.
So it's not like that's because you know what you're talking about. But so if you don't know what you're talking about, you don't know what you're asking.
Then you say
then a regular Joe and regular Jane doesn't have any chance, because if I'm going to ask a simple question,
then you tell that to the chat. You say, I don't know what the hell this is, man. You gotta help me.
So let's call it. What did it say? It's sure it's powerful, biased. However, based on the current, scroll up. So what did it say? Physics and realism, uncanny valley. What does it mean?
I mean, it give you a report, right? So I can go here. I can be like, this is too much. This is too much.
We are just grade. We're just our IQ is not more than a grade 5.
I am in 5th grade in a couple of sentences.
Our IQ is not more smart than a fifth grader. We failed that exam.
Oh.
Yeah, they-
Sometimes, yeah, that works.
Sometimes the robot might not draw exactly what you imagine. Like if you ask a purple dog, like might make the dog a little weird looking.
Yeah, okay. You know, we didn't ask about cost, so it's not giving us cost. What about money?
Yeah.
I am poor villager in
You've spelled poor wrong. I'm a poor villager in the Philippines. Can I afford this
in
expensive
how to spell Philippines?
Philippines? An L. An L.
It's close enough.
Let's see. It's gonna give you a wrong one.
Let's see.
They should be able to correct the spelling too if they're AI.
Yeah. AI, like I don't even bother correcting my language anymore with AI. Oh, look.
Okay, fool. I said, okay, what is the subscription then? Hold. You also need a good phone computer internet, which can cost money too.
That's actually a pretty decent answer to give to a fifth grader. You know, be like, can I afford it? Well, son, you might need a laptop. You might need this. It might be too much for you. Maybe it's yeah. All right. Anyway.
Okay.
Let's see if we can do something else. Can you make a chart with the strengths? I don't know if it can do this.
Yeah. Can you make a chart with the strengths of each what do you call it? Chatbot. Is we call it a chatbot? That with Chat GPT and Grok?
So you want to compare? We gotta do a new chat then. So I'm gonna get rid of this and chat.
Yeah. Let me.
Can you make a chart comparing the what? What do you want to know?
The weaknesses of each. What's this? Do you call this an LLM? What do you call this?
Yeah, LLMs of each of the major LLMs. What is it going to measure? Is it going to measure weakness? What kind of a metric is that?
I want to know weaknesses or strength. Strength. I want to know their strength.
How about the strengths and weaknesses? Let's see what the hell it comes up with. I don't even
between just do the three chat GPT, Grok, and this one.
Okay. Of Grok versus Chat GPT versus what was the other one you wanted?
Grok. Oh no. Vio. What's his Vio?
No, Vio is the thing.
Yeah, that one.
Very clear and understandable.
Understandable.
Let's see what happens. I don't know about this. Because I know Grok makes charts.
This doesn't make charts?
We're about to find out. Because they just released a bunch of new stuff. So
yeah, I want to know I want to know what the strength of each one is. I mean,
yeah. Organizing imperative data.
Let's see how biased you are.
Okay.
Okay. Features are okay. Same. Web interface, knowledge, real-time access, web browsing. What does that mean?
I mean, yeah. I'll give you your chart. Do we want a graphic chart? I mean, it's got good information here. Let's see if I can make this. Here we go. Key takeaways. Yeah.
Real-time X. What do you mean by a real-time Twitter insight?
So basically, it has all the current tweets in its knowledge base. So it'll give you somebody tweeted an hour ago. It'll reference that. So it's on the money with like trending, right now information. It's pretty good for that. It's also pretty edgy. Like I agree with that. A more unfiltered, edgy personality. It's less, OpenAI tends to be very, very helpful. Like, and Gemini also kind of like, oh, and Grok is a little bit more sarcastic, I find.
Okay.
Can you turn this into an infographic?
Yeah. With bars or
With-
bar graph. No, maybe not bar graph.
Not bar graph, because what are we comparing? What are we measuring?
All of that.
With nice graphics and stuff. And stuff. And this is the last thing I'm going to do with this chat because I've already run over too long and I didn't show half of the stuff I was going to show.
I told you.
That the robots are very exciting. I love the robots thing. Okay, this is not doing what I want.
No. All right. So let's move on to your next topic. This is not working.
Okay, but it also does generate media. Okay, also free, also included. So it's got what used to be a paid thing with 11 labs. Okay, so let's examine this. Okay, this is pretty interesting. So you can let's say we want to record a voiceover for one of your commercials. So, hi, welcome to MVP. We are here to serve you.
Where did you go here?
Over here.
Oh, generate speech.
Generate media,
Uh-huh.
and then generate speech. It was a little tab.
Oh.
I'll show you again. Well, we are here to serve you with the best in class customer support technicians. I don't know. I'm just making this up. I have no idea. Okay, and then speaker 2 is going to say, welcome to our platform. We are excited to have you along on this journey. Okay, and here, if you want, you could choose voices. So let's see what Zephyr sounds like, or Corey.
Ready to make something amazing?
Yeah.
Ready to make something amazing?
And let's choose a voice here.
What sparks your interest?
Sure.
What sparks your interest?
All right. Now let's generate this bad boy and see what happens.
So it will generate what? An actual photo?
No, it'll generate a conversation.
Really?
So if you have, let's say you're making an Instagram post, and you have an image.
Hi, welcome to MVP. We are here to serve you with the best-in-class customer support technicians. Welcome to our platform. We are excited to have you along on this journey.
Okay. So what messed up here didn't change the man. Speaker 2. So let's did I screw
What's
that
a skill you'd like to develop?
I probably screwed that up. So let me just run it again. Okay, so the other alternative to this was 11 Labs, which was a paid thing. You get some free use, but now you don't even have to go to another platform.
Hi, welcome to MVP. We are here to serve you with the best-in-class customer support technicians.
Welcome to our platform. We are excited to have you along on this journey.
Not bad. And this is read aloud in a warm, welcoming tone. Let's be sarcastic and hostile.
Be sarcastic and aggressive. How about that?
And aggressive. Let's see.
How
Let's
about
see
you
what
start cursing too? Why is that every time when people ask, what do you want it to do? Let's see if it can curse. Let's see if it can be.
Hi, welcome to MVP. We are here to serve you with the best-in-class customer support technicians.
Welcome to our platform. We are excited to have you along on this journey.
Sounds like a jerk.
That definitely did sound sarcastic to me. Now, for sure, especially the first one.
Yeah, it sounds like it did sound sarcastic. I don't know about aggressive, but it did sound like condescending. It sounded like
Really? I thought the girl sounded like they were like freaking flirting with you. That's why it sounded.
Hi, welcome to MVP.
Over-exaggerating.
We are here to serve.
Anyway, that is a free tool for you to use at Google AI Studio. Also, images. You were asking me about where do I generate images. So let's give me an image. What do you want me to generate?
Oh, again, a group photo of about 5 people, multicultural people celebrating a win in business attire. in the office. When close sale in business. There you go. And business attire.
In a modern office?
Yeah, in a modern office. And make sure there's 5 fingers, 2 hands, and the smile doesn't look like it's like freaking zombie apocalypse.
Let's see. Let's see. Let's see what happens, man. You never know.
I tried this on 11 Mid Journey. It was like it did come out nice.
Did I make it bigger?
Make it bigger. Oh, that's actually much better.
It's pretty good.
Dude, I tried this on Mid Journey. It came out like 6
Look,
fingers.
Even their feet are good. There's a reflection, right?
It came out like this. That's actually good.
Yeah, right. They come out like this, or they got like another hand coming out
Yeah.
over.
Okay, try this one again. Make it like all Filipino. Let's see if they'll do that.
5 Filipinos. Business people, right?
Yeah.
Business. All right, let's run it.
That's actually good. Where did you go for this one? Images.
This is also in Google AI Studio. That's why I wanted to show this, because it's got so many tools for free for business people. Look at that, bro. Yo.
Make it bigger. Make it bigger. Let's look.
Yo.
Are they all 5?
They all got 5 fingers. I don't know. I'm not sure. I guess he threw confetti. Yeah, they threw confetti or something.
Wow, that's nice, actually. Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. Okay.
Where'd you go there?
All right. So so go to Google AI Studio. Here's the welcome page. You go here, right? Generate media on the left.
Oh, Imagine. There you go.
And then imagine, right? Right here.
And this is paid, or is this free when you have a Google Workspace?
Free.
But what if you already have a Google Workspace?
Then you get more use, but you don't go here. You could go here, but if you run out of credits, or for example, or like it limits you, then you go to your regular Gemini account.
And this was just launched yesterday?
This was launched this week. As far as this portal that you see right here,
Yeah.
these individual tools were available separate, but now it's all together, and it's awesome. Now here's VO for free, but it's VO2, but it's still pretty good. So let's end off with just one video. Let's generate a video. What do you want to do? 5 Filipinos again?
Yeah,
Celebrate?
5 Filipinos shaking hands, congratulating each one for a job well done, because they closed a big real estate deal.
Congratulating each other
After
on
closing a huge
job
multi-million-dollar real estate deal.
They're closing a multi-million-dollar real estate deal. The setting is
a construction site. A construction site.
So they're outside, construction site on a slightly overcast day, so we don't have harsh shadows, and they are in business casual.
Yeah, business casual
attire. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, I gotta put shaking hands and right. All right, let's run. And this usually doesn't run. Doesn't take too long to generate.
Where the hell will I find some Filipinos? I don't know where to find them.
Now, okay, so while this is generating, do you see the power of this?
Because it's all before this already existed before, but you're saying now they just put it under one umbrella?
Correct.
Oh.
Also, I don't believe you had this particular thing I'm showing you right now, VO2. I don't believe that was for everyone. And I don't believe that Imogen was also for everyone, but I could be wrong. Okay, so we have a video. There's only 4 of them.
Dude, listen, man.
Oh, there's 5.
Oh!
Yo.
Let's play that. Oh, messed up with the hand. Look at the hand of the girl.
a little bit, but that's why you have to, like, you edit it at the end. You get the shot that
Look
you
at the
want.
fingers of the girl.
Let's see. Does she have? Let me go back a little bit. Does she have all of her fingers?
No, towards the end, like, that's
Yeah,
what
there's a little glitch.
yeah, but that's not bad.
That's not bad, man. This is free, dude. All right, there's other stuff that it'll do. It'll also build apps, but we're not going to get into that because we're out of time already. But there's apps. There's already some ones you can mess with. You can edit these apps that are already built. It is nuts. Just one thing I want to show you that I did. I made an image generator on my own. There's the code. I can say a fish eating a hot dog, and I go generate image, and I made this app, and if I want to deploy it somewhere else, I can.
You made an app on where? On AI Studio?
Yes, and here's a fish eating a hot dog. So I can now put this on my own website. I can put it somewhere else. Super duper powerful. It's crazy. And the fact that you have it at no cost for at least some usage is pretty awesome.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. Let's try this out.
Do your thing, man. All right, Arvin. Let's let people know where to find you. Do your little commercial. I'll do mine. Go for it.
All right, guys. You can visit us at mvpteamprovider.com. Follow us on Instagram at mvpteamprovider, Facebook at mvpteamprovider, and subscribe and like, and also follow my man over here, Willie.
That's right. House of Osis on Instagram. I just launched a subscription service on Instagram, just on Instagram, nowhere else. It is cheap. It's $5 a month, and I'm giving you. I mean, if you think this content is good, I'm giving you secrets. I'm giving you stuff that I won't be talking about here because I want it to be for a very special select group of people because it's powerful. I'm giving out some powerful stuff over there, and I want the responsible people that are at least willing to pay $5 and not just be crazy. I'm trying to hit business people, entrepreneurs, people that really want to get a lot of value out of AI as opposed to just being spectators. So it's for people that want to use this stuff on a daily basis. I'm giving you prompts, I'm giving you tips, and I'd love to see you there. We're also going to be starting, as soon as we get a few more subscribers, lives with the subscribers being able to chat directly with me, ask questions, and we'll debug stuff live, kind of like this format, but I'll be addressing each of you as opposed to just me speaking to Arvin. So check out House of Osis on Instagram. All right, folks, we'll see you next week.
All right.
Value out of this. Arvin, thank you so much. And
all right. See you guys. Have a great weekend.
Later.
Bye.